Alright guys, so we are moving into the final stretch, I think, for both Global and JP before we begin getting movie characters from the upcoming Broly movie. Now, it looks like Global is going to have its own version of the Tanabata celebration that JP had back in July. Now, this celebration entailed Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku. There was a PORUNGA Dragon Ball campaign, which that's the focus of today's video. And there also was a sort of campaign where you were able to get 5 free SSRs, and you could make it 7 based upon your PORUNGA wishes. So we're going to go through all of this today. Not really in depth so much on the Tanabata stuff, but specifically on the upcoming PORUNGA campaign that will be coming to Global. Now again, JP did have this. It's only one wish, or one set of wishes. If you guys remember, for the Global 3-year anniversary, you collected the Dragon Balls 3 times, and you got, 3 sets of wishes, and then it was like that for the 250 million download celebration also on Global. But this one, it's just one set of Dragon Balls that you find, and you'll have a full month to do this. Starts on November 12th. Well, France time we're working on here, but, November 12th. It might be November 11th for people on the west coast of the United States. I'm not too good on how far ahead France is compared to, the East Coast and stuff. I believe France is 5 or 6 hours in front of me. So, yeah, there should be the 11th on the west coast. And it will end, the whole campaign will end on December 11th. Now, that's an interesting date because I do kind of believe that then Global and JP will both sort of have some sort of Christmas thing. And then I think the actual big Broly banners and stuff should be the last week of December. In my head, that's sort of the timetable I have. I could be wrong. I don't have inside info or anything, but that's just, what I've been thinking based upon, various different things we've seen. Now, we're going to go ahead and take a look at how to get all of the Dragon Balls for this set here on Global. So, of course, huge shout-outs to Kawhi and the French data miners. Kawhi went ahead and posted how to get all the Dragon Balls. So, of course, give Kawhi some love. And then there's also this right here. We'll get to this in 1 second. Okay, so let's see. Yep, each Dragon Ball will be available at 7 a.m. on the specified dates. All right, so the first Dragon Ball, use a Thanksgiving Big Thanks ticket in the shop. Now, if we move over right here, Kawhi made this tweet showing this ticket, and then Team Dokkan mentioned that this is what will allow the exchange basically for the 77 characters, the Tanabata stuff. So if we look at it right here, this is kind of like a thank you. I believe this upcoming celebration for Global, it is like a thank you celebration, and they are kind of timing it with Thanksgiving. Now, I know last year for Global, there was a lot of issues with the thank you celebration. People were very, very upset, with how the banners turned out, even though I always felt like maybe that was a little overblown because Global did have Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Omega Shenron return several months before even JP got them to return. So that the banners weren't really as bad as people made it out to be. I think people were very upset because Super Saiyan 4 Goku was removed, if I remember correctly. But, I mean, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is way better than Goku anyway. Alright, so these tickets right here, right? So, the first Dragon Ball is to use one of those tickets in the shop. So, that shouldn't be too big of an issue. If I remember correctly from JP, the way you would get those, it was just various missions. Use 200 stamina, just various very small things like that. Nothing crazy. Nothing that you had to go too, wild with, but just, sort of normal missions like that, right? Would allow you to pick from one of these characters right here. So when it says to use it in the Baba shop, you're going to be using it to select one of these characters. Again, I think this listing right here will probably, well, let me change it to very, very likely be exactly the same on Global. See, because I don't think they would do something like add the new physical Kaioken Goku from the 250 million download banners or anything like that, because, I mean, that would be the shoe-in choice for everyone to select that character. So I think this listing is pretty much the way it's going to be on Global as well. So, just pick some of these characters, and then that will kind of give you, exactly what you're looking for. It gets you that first Dragon Ball. So the second one is complete a story event. Now, it's likely... Oh, okay. Complete a story event. So what they want you to do is actually probably complete a stage in Lord Slug's event. Because if we head over to the schedule for Global here, let me just bring this up. Oh, well, look at this. This actually just went live a couple of minutes ago. All right, kind of teasing the upcoming Lord Slug event on Global. Yep, well, sure enough, that's exactly what I was going to the schedule to bring up. The Lord Slug event will be going live with the Farmable Kaioken Goku, Kid Gohan, a Farmable Lord Slug, and then a Summon Banner goes live with the Giant category Lord Slug, as well as LR Bardock. Those will all go live on those dates. So, complete the story event. That's just basically telling you to do one of those Lord Slug stages. Now, this get 77,000 Zenny in a level. I know the Hercule Big Bucks Challenge is a good way to complete that. That's like November 14th. That's the only real thing I can think of. Let's see, the 14th, that's a Wednesday. So there's probably going to be some stage that it'll be very easy to complete that. But worst comes to worst, on the weekend, the Hercule Big Bucks Challenge will allow you to do that. November 15th, they want you to Dokkan Awaken a character. Again, this person, Planson, theorizes that they probably just want you to Dokkan Awaken the Beerus/Monica card. There is another story event which will be coming out on the 14th, so right around that same day, which will introduce the Beerus in Monica costume card. He's not bad. I would say he is a very solid unit. He's nothing game-breaking, nothing absolutely out of this world, but a nice little free-to-play option, a nice free-to-play leader for the Representatives Universe 7 category team. So I do think it's going to be something that will be very helpful for a lot of players that they actually brought that in. So for that day, you probably will just have to go ahead and Dokkan Awaken him, and that will get you that Dragon Ball. So the next one, use 77 Stamina. Again, very, very, very easy. Most of these, Dragon Balls are not exactly very hard, as you guys can see. Use the potential system. Again, very simple. And then click on the scrolling banner located at the bottom of the home screen. You guys have, done the PORUNGA campaigns a few times before. So you should well know about the little thing that will appear towards the bottom of the screen. You kind of just scroll through, you click it, and then you'll get your Dragon Ball. Now, the wishes will be a bit different compared to what they were before for the 3-year anniversary, and then, of course, the 250 million download celebration. Now, if we head over here, here's what JP had for the Tanabata celebration with the wishes. So the first one was 2 of these strips of wish. Now, this is the item that was used to select these 77 characters on JP, but of course we know that on Global, it actually is this thank you ticket. So it's going to be, I think, very likely that, like JP, Global players, you'll be able to farm up 5 of those naturally, and then you can use one of your PORUNGA wishes to grab the last 2 of those. So I do expect that this is going to be exactly the same on Global as it was on JP, where this first wish will be 2 of those tickets. So you could select 2 more characters from the free pool of 77. I don't know. I mean, for most normal players, I would say, yeah, that's probably a good one to go with, because there are some solid options on here. There's, some of the God Gokus and Blue Vegetas are going to be pretty useful units. The future Android 17 and 18 are useful. Super Saiyan Gotenks is a pretty good card. You have some cards that can provide some value to you, so that probably would be a good wish. We have the Grand Elder Kais. That's always a really good one because, they're always releasing new units, always new LRs. They have been very good with giving us farmable units as like Dokkan Fest and stuff recently. Like, look at the stuff that's coming out for Global, upcoming. Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 Goku, you cannot farm, so you gotta use Kais for him. Future Gohan, you cannot farm. You have to use Kais for him. But then, Super Buu, you can farm him. Metal Cooler, you can farm him. And that's it. It's just those remaining couple that are left that Global does not have. But they've been very good with most new units nowadays. A good amount of them have a farmable super attack. Orbs, I always highly suggest that you select the orbs, the potential orbs that are very valuable wish. We got Zenny, which is always pretty good. We have Awakening Medals, which I don't recommend. Training items, I don't recommend. And then support items, I don't recommend. Now, for the 250 million download celebration, I believe they did combine the training items and the Awakening Medals, did they not? That is a better wish, but still, I think the Kais and the Orbs, those are must-gets. And then for a lot of normal players, I think the Strip of Wish or the Thank You Ticket will suffice. Then Zenny. Then these are all kind of at the bottom of the barrel after the Zenny potential Orbs and other stuff. Because this, like the Awakening Medals, training items, a lot of those are, pretty easily farmed from stages. As long as you're doing the dailies, the Master Roshi daily stage where you bring your waifu team, and the Hercule stage where you're bringing your World Tournament team, you should at least be able to get a good amount of, like Zenny and some training items and stuff per day. So, I don't know, it's y'all's call, but, that's just sort of how I view, these wishes. So, I think that basically covers just about everything right there. The whole sort of Dragon Ball campaign that will be coming to Global. Again, that will be the 12th until the 18th, but you will have all the way until December 11th to actually make those wishes. So you have plenty of time to get this done. Global is about to get this thank you celebration. So, we'll see how hype it is, what other stuff they bring out. I'm sure there will be an EZA, probably Cell or Ultimate Gohan. I'd say there's a good chance that Global will get the category Super Battle World stages this month as well, or early next month. I think all of those things are very likely to come with this celebration right here. So, did we cover everything? Yeah, we covered everything. All right. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will catch y'all in the next one.